So it's no secret that we adore chickens. I mean, I feel like I need about 1,000 of them, maybe 5,000 of them. Now, do I need it? No, maybe not need, right? But we adore chickens here, okay? And unfortunately, we can only keep, just this little bit here, okay? So we got 17 adult chickens in here, and we've had chickens for 10 years, and now they're not all 10 years old. We have one 10-year-old, and others are really old. So we're into this point now where the chickens are getting aged, right? And we don't get as many eggs as we used to get. We used to get plenty of eggs, don't get me wrong, but like we're not getting the full amount that we used to get. We have some in here that don't lay at all, some that lay very sparingly, and some that lay really well. All right, stay in here, kids. Stay in here. Everybody stay in. Oh, she's gone. Now, as you see, like, again, there's a 2-year-old, here's a 6-year-old, right? There's a 10-year-old. There's a 10-year-old girl, right here. And there, our sweetness, yeah. And 8-year-old Gracie, right there. So you get the idea. We've got old chickens, old hens, and some young hens, right? And sometimes the chickens just don't work out. You buy some and they don't pan out. They don't lay like you think. Sometimes they die early. Stuff just happens. Sometimes they escape on you when you open the door, huh, Sunny? Yeah. She's beautiful though. Don't ever chase a chicken. Just walk behind her. And since sometimes it doesn't work out, you had plans like 2 years ago, we had plans, we bought 8 new chickens. And we knew 2 of them weren't gonna be great layers, but we thought they would be able to contribute some. Not really, they're both gone. They both died, honestly. They were Brahmas, they didn't mix well, they had issues the whole time, and they died randomly. So things happen sometimes, and your plans don't exactly work out. So again, we just buy when we need, right? Our plan is we don't want to go over 23 or 24 chickens for our space. So we just, as they die off, because dying happens, then we kind of plan it out, and it kind of works out to where we can buy about 6 new hens or 6 new chickens every 2 years. Now, as it works out, if all 8 that we had bought 2 years ago had worked out, then we wouldn't have been able to buy chickens this year. But since those 2 died, a couple others died, which honestly, and over the course of 2 years, when you have older chickens, you're gonna have some sudden deaths, some surprises, and some that you just saw coming. And that's exactly what happened. 3 surprises technically, with the 2 young ones being 2 of those, and then one that was 6 years old was certainly a surprise. Well, she would have been 6. We didn't see that one coming either, but it happens. So that was 3. I had another couple that were just older and you knew it was going to happen. So it got us down to 17, and we seen that coming back in November. So we placed the order with McMurray Hatchery for 6 new ones, and that's just kind of how we go. That's our process to go through to getting new layers and keeping fresh, good layers in the fold, I guess you could say, in the flock. Is that you kind of have a number that you see, or a number that you want to keep, basically, and you just got, that's the number for my space that keeps you from the chicken math destroying you. Is that you limit your space, which I wish we didn't, but we have to, just because we don't want to use our entire yard for it. And so limited space, you know how many you can fit in there, and then you see the cycle and just understand that this is what's going to happen once in a while. Nothing you did wrong, it's just that's the life cycle of a chicken, right? And so as it turns out, we've got 6 new babies in the garage. We picked them up last week, and because if you didn't know, if you order them online, they come in the mail. So you gotta go to the post office to pick them up. We picked them up last week and they're in the garage, so let's go check them out. We have this screen on top of our brooder. Our brooder is just a clear plastic tote, good size. We have it on there because we don't want things getting in or them little buggers getting out, because they're getting close. We have the brooder heater set up. We don't like heat lamps, so we're using a lamp for the light, but it's not got a heat bulb in it. And Let's just slide this out. Let's just maybe raise it up.
Here's the little messy little boogers eating up a storm. Isn't that right? Yeah. Beautiful little girls. Healthy. We were terrified they weren't going to be healthy this year for whatever reason, but they are. They're looking great. Eating up a storm. And they're about a week old right now. We've got 2 Whiting True Blues, 2 Whiting True Greens, and 2 Speckled Sussex. Okay. This one here is a Whiting True Green. Inside this little girl here. See her? Look at her. Look at that pretty face. Look at that pretty face. Yeah. Not mine. There we go. Focus on her. There we go. Beautiful girl. So her name is Anne. And then the puffy one right to her right that's running away, that's a Whiting True Blue. She'll have a little muff. You can see her little puffy cheeks a little bit. That's Hannah. Let's see. Well, here's a blue one. There's a blue one. It's another Whiting True Blue. She looks black right here, but she's going to be blue. Dark blue. That's Sonora. Sonora Webster from Wild Hearts Can't Be Broken. Crazy one. There's Speckled Sussex right here. Let's see. Then another Whiting True Green there. But they're looking good.
But again, this is the setup. Starter feed there. Good water there. We're using these puppy pads. Okay, let me address that. We're using these puppy pads to keep them off their shavings initially, because if you take those up, they want to eat the pine shavings, and their little tummies need to eat their feed. They need to let their insides develop a little bit more and eat their feed and fill up on their feed rather than fill up on pine shavings. And so we keep them off their pine shavings initially, just so they don't eat them.
That was a sneak peek at the babies. They run from the camera. Obviously, they're just a week old, so we couldn't get them all. But they're there. They're beautiful. So it should be 2 Whiting True Greens that will lay green eggs. Beautiful olive eggs. 2 Whiting True Blues, because if you listen to us talk, we adore Whiting True Blues. And then 2 Speckled Sussex, based off the recommendation of my father, who says we would love them, and I think he's right. Okay. You can clip that, Dad, and know that I said I think you're right for one time in my 43 years, okay? But, so there's those 6. They seem really healthy. Again, the puppy pads, we only use them for like the first, we'll say 5 days. I think maybe tomorrow, Angela will probably pull them up and let them be on their shavings, because they had the scratching tendencies. They're already wanting to scratch, or I want the dust bathe. They're already wanting to have all their chicken instincts go wild, and so they're ready, I think, to be off of that. They'll be fine without it. Okay, let's be real. They'll be okay without it if you don't do that. We take the extra step just to make sure they're getting all their feed that they need, rather than pine shavings in their belly. Just another step. We only buy 6, so we try to make sure that those 6 are as healthy as possible. But that's our plan. That's beautiful baby chicks in there, and our plan to keep fresh layers in the flock and keep replenishing our flock without using more space. So thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. My name is Jason. This is Art of Creation Homestead. We love y'all. God bless you. Goodbye.